Show y'all something real quick. Pretty good documentary, but you gotta follow the Messiah. You gotta follow him. You gotta believe in the apostles too. You know, the apostles were students of the Messiah. You know, Messiah Yahushua. You know what I'm saying? Some people say Yahushua, some people say Yeshua. You know you're talking about the Prince of Peace, right? The Christ, right? Now, those 11 was the remaining students of the Messiah, because Judas, he killed himself. So they had another person was provided for them to make it 12 again. So when you read the book of Acts, the first chapter, now when you read on all the way up to Acts 10, Peter has a vision. And you know that Peter, you know what I'm saying? If you know everything about Peter according to the gospel, you know what I'm saying? According to the truth, because everybody talk about the truth, right? The gospels is true. Or otherwise you wouldn't even believe in the Messiah, right? You know what I'm saying? According to the prophets like Isaiah, Ezekiel, you know what I'm saying? Even all the way back to Moses, you know what I'm saying? So if you believe in all them, then there's no point of you to doubt Peter's vision. And you could read about Peter's vision in in Acts chapter 10, verses 9 through, I'll say 23. Verses 9 through 23. And if you believe the vision, you won't have to worry about what I'm finna show you right now, according to this documentary. Because you're going to have to choose after this video who is your head. Because a lot of people teach that the head of every man, you know what I'm saying, is the Messiah, is the Christ, right? The Son of the Most High. Every head of the man is the Son of the Most High. And the head of the woman is the man. So the man need to be teaching the woman the right stuff. You know what I'm saying? Got to lead good example and all this stuff. The helper, you know what I'm saying? Help each other out. Help each other out. You know what I'm saying? And the head of the Mashiach is the Most High. You know what I'm saying? He and the Father and I are one. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the teachers of the Messiah. You know what I'm saying? Like father, like son. You know what I'm saying? But let me show you what, you know what I'm saying? So you can't deny Peter's vision. That's why I'm telling you. You cannot deny Peter's vision. He is a disciple he is a servant of the Messiah. You have to believe. If you don't believe and apply the faith on top of that, then your deeds that you preach or that you so-called do, it will be nothing. It won't count. You know what I'm saying? It won't count to the point of, you know what I'm saying? It won't count as no points. You know what I'm saying? Watch this.
Now, there were some specific laws that were given to the children of Israel,
right,
regarding what we eat, who we marry.
Now those laws is where, y'all? In the law of Moses, right? Keep the laws, statutes, and commandments, right? So, where can you read all that? The law, the dietary laws, all of that, according to Moses. And Moses got that from who? Yeah, from the Father. You know what I'm saying? So you have to, yeah, go and read about Moses and read about the laws and all this stuff. So that when you read the quote unquote New Testament and you read about the Gospels and all this stuff, and you read about everything that the Messiah says, you're going to be like, okay, who do I follow? Moses? Or do I follow Yahushua? You choose. I'm going to follow Yahushua. I'm not casting away Moses. I take what Moses have. We should take what Moses have and told it with us so we can get the true understanding from the Messiah, because everything has already been fulfilled. Certain things have been fulfilled in order for us to follow the Mashiach now. You know what I'm saying? Moses, that you know what I'm saying, Moses was their teacher back then. Our main teacher now is the Mashiach. And we get more teachings through his apostles. You know what I'm saying? You have to follow the Mashiach. So yes, listen to Peter, listen to Paul. Paul is right. You know what I'm saying? He always been right. He was right when he started following the Mashiach. You know what I'm saying? Because before that, he was what? Like Moses, like, you know what I'm saying? A Pharisee. You who you gonna roll with? Moses? You gonna choose Moses to be your cornerstone, or the Messiah as your cornerstone, just like the other disciples and a lot of the believers who stuck to the blueprint, and that blueprint is the Most High's blueprint because it deals with the Messiah, Yahshua the Messiah. Keep going.
What we're to do, observing the Shabbat.
Let's rewind back.
Now, there were some specific laws that were given to the children of Israel.
Pay attention.
Regarding what we eat, who we marry, what we're to do, observing the Shabbat or the Sabbath. And many of us have been told or taught that none of this stuff matters anymore.
Wait. Now, I'm not saying that none of those stuff matters, because everything that's written of the past is for our learning. Now these letters that we got and all these information that we got in the New Testament, these are for our learning too. Cause we the recent generation of what transpired in the New Testament. We the generation after Christ went to the Father. So we had to listen to the recent teacher. And we only have one teacher, and that's the Mashiach. Moses is not our bread. You know what I'm saying? The Mashiach is our bread. He was given to he was given to us so we could learn from him. You know what I'm saying? You can learn from Moses all you want, but still he does not trump the Messiah. You know what I'm saying? This is my son who I've loved. Listen to him. Mark 9:7. The voice of the Most High. Whatever your daddy say goes. So who the heck am I to reject the prince when the prince has to listen to his king? You know what I'm saying? So and then he been given authority. So if you believe that Christ is king and he was king, so what's the point? Well, I mean, what's the problem? Is Moses your king? Oh man, so you gotta think about all of this. You gotta think about all of this. You have to choose who is your head.
Not nowhere in the Most High's word did he say none of this matters anymore. But what you have are men who have established their own righteousness and their own traditions, and they've said that it doesn't matter. And what they're doing too is they are passing off their doctrines as the doctrines of the Most High and causing people to err.
Isaiah chapter 9, verse 16.
Okay.
For the leaders of this people cause them to err, and they that are led of them are destroyed.
Okay, you saw Creflo Dollar. You know what I'm saying? And if you think that it is me that leading you astray, okay, let's just go. Let's check that real quick. Let's check that. Let's check that. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna use the NIV. Yeah, let's use the NIV because this is all about milk. Everybody want to get to the meat. You know what I'm saying? But some people want to do milk and meat. No, whatever you think that is meat. You look, y'all not ready for the meat. Y'all not ready for the meat. Cause y'all don't know. Some of y'all do not realize who should be your head. A lot of y'all choosing Moses like 90% more than your the person that you so called believe in, which is that 10%. You made him 10% when he supposed to be like 100%. You know what I'm saying? Because he is that prophet like unto Moses. You don't want a lot of y'all don't understand. Y'all don't understand. No thanks. Y'all don't understand, man. You don't understand. Let's go to 10. We're gonna go to it. Let's go to the vegetation. Let's go to the vegetation. Let's go to verse 9. Okay, about noon the following day, as they were on their journey and approaching the city, Peter went up on the roof to pray. So imagine, okay, you a believer of the Mashiach too, just like Peter. Okay, so you believe in the whole 9 yards. Okay, you a believer, and you may be an Israelite, or you may be a Gentile. You probably don't claim to be an Israelite, but you believe in the Son. Okay, all that's cool. But imagine, put yourself in Peter's shoes, right? You go up onto the roof to pray, right? And he became hungry and wanted something to eat. Okay, everybody get hungry, you know what I'm saying? So you up there praying, and then all of a sudden you become hungry and you wanted to get something to eat. And while the meal was being prepared, so while you up there on the rooftop, you over here you know what I'm saying, you up there praying, and while you doing your prayer, your food is being made, you know what I'm saying? Somebody's cooking in you know, in the house. You know what I'm saying? While you pray. Okay, so you gotta wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? He fell into a trance. So let's just say you had this little quick uh part of your life where you go into some type of dream like state or something like that. You get this vision. You know what I'm saying? So this what happened in your vision. So put yourself in Peter's shoes. He saw heaven. He saw the sky open and something like a large sheet being let down to earth, to the land, by its four corners. Okay? Self-explanatory. Something came out of the midst of heaven. So it contained all types of four-footed animals, all four-legged animals. You know what I'm saying? All types that you can even think of, as well as reptiles. You know what a reptile is, right? Snakes and all that. Okay. Of the land, of the earth. When you look into the Hebrew, you know what I'm saying? Aretz. You know what I'm saying? Aretz. Land. You know what I'm saying? You know, there's land all over the place. Over here, you over here in the land of America, the United States of America. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever land that you in. You know what I'm saying? You might be in Africa watching this video. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole point. The land and birds of the air. All of these, the animals, four-footed animals, four-legged animals, reptiles, and birds of the air. You know what I'm saying? Those are the creatures that you see before you that came out of the midst of heaven. It's right in front of you, right? It's right in front of you. You know what I'm saying? Then a voice told him. So imagine this voice tell you to get up in your name. So he said, Peter, kill and eat. So what's before you? These four-footed animals of all kinds, and the reptiles, and including the birds of the air. This voice is commanding you to kill and eat. But a lot of y'all would do what Peter did and be like, surely not, Lord, which means master. Peter replied, I have never eaten anything impure or unclean. So a lot of y'all don't want to eat things that you consider is impure and unclean. But understand that Peter, when you do your research or you believe in the gospel, you know that he was an Israelite. You know what I'm saying? He from the Israelite people. You know what I'm saying? So he knew the custom. He knew the laws, the statutes, and the commandments of the Most High through Moses. He knew the word of Moses, the word of Yah through Moses. I mean, you know what I'm saying? The teachings. He knew the teachings from Moses. That's why he said that. He never ate. So in his lifetime, him wise, he never ate anything unclean. You know what I'm saying? So he already see amongst all the animals, the reptiles and the birds that was considered unclean unto him. Okay, check this out though. The voice spoke to him a second time. So this is the second time that this voice had to speak to him, saying, do not call anything. Yeah, I'm using slang. Anything impure that God has made clean. So whatever you thought that was impure, whatever you say that is impure, you ain't got that right to call what's clean and what's unclean. This voice just is telling you God has made clean. All snap. God should have compassion on whoever he should have compassion, right? Did he not create animals in the beginning? The Most High is bringing you back to Genesis mode on a lot of from a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Why is he saying that? Because at first your people, the past Israelites, they was under bondage because they were coming out of Egypt, and for them to be cleansed or baptized from their wicked stuff that they learned from Egypt and all the people that they came across, the Most High had to manifest some laws literally on stone, and it had to be literally written down for everybody's learning from generation to generation. And then when they come across Gentiles or strangers in the land that want to cling to the Most High God, or they want to live in the land of the Israelites, or they come and pass through the land of the Israelites, they have to follow the ordinances, the ways of the Yahudim. They had to follow the ways of the Yahuda people, follow the ways of the Israelites. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no way around it. You can't call it's right there in front of there. It's right there in front of you. You don't see it, but it's right there in front of you. And a lot of y'all gonna still reject what was already revealed to you. I'm not no prophet. I ain't no apostle. I just show doors. That's why I keep telling people. You know, so I show doors. I show you a door that you probably passed by and you didn't really acknowledge it until this day. So do your research and let's keep going. This happened 3 times. 3 times. He done did it again. Like like Britney Spears. Oops, I done did it again. It's the same thing. Then he denied the Mashiach 3 times. And you know what I'm saying? You remember that? You see, it's the same thing. Which confirms Solomon in his wisdom books, in his scripture, in his scriptures pertaining to there's nothing new under the sun. Why? Because whatever's under the sun has already had been done, and it doesn't mean that it can't happen again. It's prophetically. You see what I'm saying? It's prophetic scriptures. That's a prophetic wisdom right there. Prophetic knowledge. You see what I'm saying? Why the camps ain't showing y'all this stuff? But they leading the Israelite camps, the black Hebrew Israelite camps, all the mega camps, IUIC, ISUPK, GOCC, GMS, all them folks that's like them. I'm not saying all of those camps, but camps that are like them, going by the same tradition, teaching everybody the law of Moses instead of conveying a lot, or instead of conveying a lot of the teachings of the Mashiach. It's like y'all using 10% Mashiach teachings and 90% Moses teaching, when you supposed to listen to the one like unto Moses, that prophet, because that prophet is confirmed as the teacher, the head of man, the head of Adam. You know what I'm saying? Everybody children of Adam, right? Come on, man. Let the Mashiach be the teacher. And let the disciples and the apostles convey the truth, because they the ones that follow the Mashiach. Come on, man. Come on. You know, that's the whole point. Don't you know what I'm saying? When you read it, you know what I'm saying, it's gonna get into the about the Gentiles, Cornelius and them. You know what I'm saying? So because when you read on, the voice gonna come back again. You know what I'm saying? It says while Peter was still thinking about the vision, that means he was still thinking about the vision. He was thinking about the vision in 17. He was still pondering on it on verse 17. He could not get over that vision. Just like y'all can't get over that vision. Like, oh my God, I can't believe that was in there. What? So you still pondering. So you gotta literally think about about the unclean and the clean. Why don't you follow the Mashiach? I thought you believe him. Then you should believe in the other things afterwards. You know what I'm saying? Why you keep trying to revert back and get stuck in the past? Learn from the past and move forward. You know what I'm saying? From a specific teacher, and that teacher is the Mashiach, and conveyed through his through his messengers, his students, his pupil, his disciples. You see what I'm saying? An apostle means a messenger. Come on, man. Just like no different from an angel. You know what I'm saying? Believe in the testimonies, right? All right, then. You believe Moses, you should believe in him. All right, then. What's the problem? The problem, you listen to these Pharisees today. You know what I'm saying? These Sahedrin people, these Sadducees. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? When he was still thinking about this, the same old vision, the spirit, the Ruach said to him, Simon. See, he didn't say Peter this time. He said Simon. Because you know that was his name too. Before he was called Peter, he was called Simon. So literally, when somebody literally say your name, like your full name, then you most likely in trouble, or you need to know something. Like your mama saying, say your middle name, then you know something up. Or they say your full name, it's like that. So now this Ruach telling him, Simon, 3 men are looking for you. All right. When you think about this, that thing that came out of heaven, it was sent to him. You know what I'm saying? That sheet with all those animals and the reptiles and the birds of all kinds, it was sent to him. So now you got to put that in perspective. So get up and go downstairs. He telling him to get up again, but this time go downstairs. So that means go to those animals and the stuff, and the animals, the reptiles and the birds. Go to them. Do not hesitate. Do not hesitate. That's a command. Do not hesitate. So don't even hesitate to go with them, for I have sent them. So the Most High sent that sheet of those animals and reptiles and those birds. He sent them. All right, just making sure it's still on. Okay, he sent those animals. He sent those reptiles. He sent those birds to Peter. And he said, do not hesitate. You know what I'm saying? Then in the beginning he said, do not call what's unclean. Don't call what the Most High made clean unclean. It's good for you, but you don't believe. So if you don't believe in what the Spirit, what the Ruach had told him, then you really don't believe in the Mashiach. You don't believe in Peter. You technically do not even believe in Peter. You don't even believe in the book of Acts. You don't believe in the scriptures that's been set up in your Bibles before the book of Acts, which is nothing but the Gospels. You know what I'm saying? John, Mark, Luke, and Matthew. All those testimonies. You read all those testimonies for nothing. Because you listen to folks, telling you something opposite of the Mashiach. You know what I'm saying? The authority has been given to the Mashiach. So what's the problem? They don't want to give up the tradition, the traditional ways. You see what I'm saying? No, ain't what I'm saying is what the scriptures say. I'm just showing you the doors. These one of these doors that you pass all the time. Acts 10 is one of those doors. Peter's vision is one of those things that's within the door. You know what I'm saying? Why I'm showing you the vision of Peter, because Peter deals with Mark 9:7. Peter was present with James and John, two other disciples. They wasn't apostles then, but they was disciples, pupils, students of the Son of the Most High, Yahshua or Yahushai. Yahushai. You see what I'm saying? The Prince of Peace. The person you believe in. But y'all ain't got no faith in him. You know what I'm saying? All that faith. And you putting out these so-called deeds. These inaccurate deeds. You know what I'm saying? You're going to fool a lot of people. Why have you come? So you like, why have you come? He like, why have you come? And the men replied, we have come from Cornelius, who is a real deal Gentile. The Satirian. You know, Satirian people are Roman people. You know ain't no Israelites join no Satirian. Come on now. 70 AD. Ain't no so-called Israelite join no Centurion. Don't, man. Do your research on the Satirian. Come on now. Romans. Greco-Romans. Come on now. Come on now. He is righteous and God-fearing man. You know what I'm saying? Cornelius, this stranger, a non-Israelite person who is respected by all the Jewish people, the Yahudi people. You know what I'm saying? These Israelite people. You know what I'm saying? All these people who converted to the way of the Yahudis. Cause think about it, cause you had Edomites who converted. You had all these other people who been proselytized. You see what I'm saying? Into the way of the Yahudi. You know what I'm saying? You had those who still cling to the law of Moses, but they believe in this stranger who was a God fearing man. You know what I'm saying? So, and then it says a holy angel told him to basically to have Peter come to his house so that he could hear what he had to say. So what did Peter do? Peter invited the men, these strangers, these non-Israelite people, into the house to be his guests. You know what I'm saying? So even in the Torah, he will be straight. When I mean Torah, I mean the specifically the teachings through Moses. But understand that Torah is not only the teachings through Moses, instructions through Moses. There was instructions given to prophets after Moses, Isaiah, Ezekiel. Those are Torahs too. You know what I'm saying? There is Torah all through the scriptures. It ain't just Moses alone. The word Torah has been manipulated into a doctrine too by men to basically put a lot of y'all folks, even Israelites. You know what I'm saying? Who don't even know that they Israelites or what do they do or not. They put all y'all in a box and ship y'all to Sinai. Y'all stuck in Sinai. We are not bond people. We are free people. And you don't need to be bonding no Gentile, no stranger. What is Israelites who became like the Gentile? You don't need to be bonding them. You need to be freeing them. You know what I'm saying? You need to free them. You know what I'm saying? And you need to free these Gentiles. Everybody ain't gonna accept Yahshua the Messiah or his ways. Not even at least practice them. Yes, you're gonna fall in the truth. That doesn't mean you can't get back up. Because if you're rolling with Moses, a lot of the times you fall, you probably ain't gonna get back up. And you wonder why people got curses upon them and all this stuff. You still believe in Deuteronomy, the 28 curses. You know what I'm saying? So the 28th chapter about the curses. You know what I'm saying? If there's gonna be a curse upon the Israelites today, those who follow the Messiah, they're gonna go under the issues that the Messiah was gonna go through. You know what I'm saying? That's what's gonna happen to them. So it's just like the curses in Deuteronomy 28. They're gonna be going and understand that also through the prophets. Don't just look at Moses alone, but through the prophets, there will be other curses that gonna pursue you too, like plagues that's from Egypt and plagues that's not even written in the book of the law. You see what I'm saying? So even the stuff that's not even written in Moses is gonna pursue the children of Israel. So and they understand that everybody that took up the covenant of the Israelites decided to follow the way of the Yahudi people. Don't you know that problems and persecutions happen to them too? So understand that everybody that decides to cling to the Most High God, you know what I'm saying, and they end up following the Mashiach, why they always get persecuted? You see what I'm saying? Ain't no way around this. It's not just Deuteronomy 28 alone. You see what I'm saying? But let's stick to the topic. You know, I'm revealing a lot of stuff to y'all, man, because y'all, I've been tricked too. But once your eyes been open, you gotta move forward. You gotta take that and move forward. Do more research. Keep digging. Keep digging. The more you dig, the more the look. You're gonna come across some treasure. You seek, you ask, you will receive. You will find. What was lost shall be found. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep going.
A good example.
Let's go back to remind y'all.
For the leaders of this people cause them to err, and they that are led of them are destroyed.
A good example are the things that we are commanded not to eat. We have been taught through the mistranslations of Scripture and the false teachings of Christianity that you can bless and eat whatever you want. Now, if I were to say to some of you that we're going to barbecue some elephant meat today, and we're going to have a side of fried rats and some boiled cat and dog,
I ain't
many
say
of you
y'all
will
to
look at me
eat
as
it.
if I'm gross.
I'm not telling y'all to eat it.
But pigs,
Use your
on the other
common
hand,
sense.
you have so-called black people having pig roast. Now, the scripture said that that's an unclean, defiled animal. But
You notice what she said, right? Now forget about the dog and the rats and all this stuff, cause you know that pertaining to Isaiah 66, which I'm finna show you right now. I'm finna prove all things like the New Testament say, because I follow the Mashiach and I'm learning. I'm a pupil. You know what I'm saying? I consider myself a pupil because I got to learn. That's the calling right there, to learn. You know what I'm saying? And to help gather people to learn. This is what she got there from. You know what I'm saying? Because the prophecy about let me read it. You know what I'm saying? It says, for the Lord. Every time you see the Lord capitalized in full caps, that means Yahuwah in the Hebrew. For Yahuwah will execute judgment by fire and by his sword on all flesh. That means all people, no matter what you are, Israelite or non-Israelite, neither Jew or Greek, bond or free, right? Oh man. And those slain by Yahuwah will be many. Those who sanctify and purify themselves, that means consecrated or set themselves apart, who crossed over, Hebrew, to cross over, those who crossed over to go to the gardens, right? Following one in the center, this particular one in the center who eats swine flesh, right? So you crossed over and you decided to uphold the covenant, the same covenant that you decided to roll with the teachings of Moses only. You know what I'm saying? Or they just say you do both Moses and the Messiah, but you can only serve one master, bro. You can only serve one master. who eat swine flesh, detestable things, and mice, will come to an end altogether, declares Yahuwah. For I know their works and their thoughts. The time is coming to gather all nations and tongues, and they shall come and see my glory. Now, why did Isaiah say this? Because you got to understand the past, and this is why he said that. Look at the cross references. And the pig, for though it divides the hoof, thus making a split hoof, it does not chew cud. It is unclean to you. But keep in mind, look, he said swine flesh. Another word for swine is pig. You know what I'm saying? If you know English terminology, vocabulary, right? But so now what? So is what Peter said? So is Peter's vision a lie? No, ain't no lie, because that happens. Peter's vision was way after Isaiah the prophet, who is not like unto Moses. You look at Isaiah, this prophecy, this you will see those who sanctify and purify themselves. How did they have to do that? They will have to look at the law of Moses, because this prophecy is pertaining to them who following those who eating swine flesh and detestable things. These people who ain't even clean to the Most High God, whether they follow Yahshua. I mean, no, whether they follow Moses or not Moses. You know what I'm saying? Truly, they not following the Messiah, because they don't know, because they don't even read the scriptures like that. They don't study. They don't study and realize and come across the vision that Peter had. You know what I'm saying? Because it says, "Surely not, Lord, I have never eaten anything impure or clean." Look, the voice spoke to him a second time. Do not call anything impure that God has made clean. So the Ruach is telling Peter, you know what I'm saying? Everything is clean. Everything is clean. It's Genesis mode now. You know what I'm saying? It's Genesis mode. If you too weak to eat pig, then that's on you. Don't eat it. Don't force yourself to eat this stuff. If you want to eat vegetation and stuff, cool. Ain't no matter. Ain't nothing wrong with it. The fact is of the vision was, it was presented unto Peter. That's just like you go to somebody's house, and then they decide to make to cook you something, and they cook you they just say shrimp, spaghetti, and bread. That's all they cook for you, and some water. They gave you some water. So you're gonna reject the shrimp, you know what I'm saying? And it's already on your plate and everything. But you look, you hungry, you hungry and everything. You probably told the person, yeah, I am hungry. I would like something to eat. You're like, cool, I'm gonna cook you something. Okay, cool. Whether you ask or not, you know what I'm saying? So now if you present yourself and say, okay, I don't want no shrimp, okay, that's cool. They're gonna respect it. Now, what if you didn't even ask, and you just and the stuff is presented in front of you? You gonna reject what they gave you? It's just like rejecting what the Most High gave you. They did it at the kindness of their heart, so they went ahead and made you something, because it's all about filling your body up to put energy back in your body, just like putting gas back in your car. You ain't gonna deny the gas, right? You know, you got middle grade, you got regular, and then you got the high grade, the supreme. You know what I'm saying? Some people usually take middle grade, but that's on special little occasions. Why? Because they want their travels to be longer. You know what I'm saying? Versus that of the regular, the normal thing, the 83. You know, people might get that you know what I'm saying, might get that 90 something. They might get a higher grade. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about being mindful of the Mashiach. that look, if you following the laws, if you following the teachings of Moses more than the Messiah, you practicing more Moses than the Messiah, you most likely gonna come across those curses to pursue you more than the stuff that's supposed to happen to you, like the similar stuff that happened to the Messiah. More of the curses, according to the teachings of Moses, will happen upon you. You know what I'm saying? But those who follow the Mashiach, more of those quote unquote curses or those problems gonna happen unto them because they follow the teachers of the Mashiach. You see what I'm saying? So you gotta choose who you gonna follow. Moses? You gonna let Moses be your head? Or you gonna let the Messiah be your head and deal with the harassment, the persecution, the you know what I'm saying, being thrown in jail and cussed out and spit on and all that stuff that you read about as a believer in the Mashiach, that you read in the testimonies, all the stuff that happened to his students that became apostles. Are you willing to accept the Mashiach challenge, basically? Or you gonna be carnal like this sister on the video? And I don't get me wrong, I like their videos, but you gotta watch them. Just like you gotta watch these Israelite camps. You gotta watch them, listen, learn, go back and do some homework and see. It ain't trying to debunk it, but you just trying to make sure that whatever said was right. You gotta make sure everything is just. Because all these leaders and all these teachers and all these preachers, they could be off. But you don't know that if you don't look at the book of the law and read, right? So you read them laws and you read out the book of the prophecies and you read out the book of the gospels, you know what I'm saying, the testimonies after Moses. You know what I'm saying, after the prophets. You read about those stuff because those are the recent ones. You know what I'm saying? The gospel. Believe in the gospel. See all this stuff. As you can see, man. Yeah, man. It's crazy.
Your pastor told you that if you bless it, you can eat it.
You can pray over your food and stuff like that. Don't you give thanks to the Most High before you eat anyway? Yeah. And if you have faith in the Mashiach, then you shouldn't have no problem with your food. You know what I'm saying? Cause look, if you believe that something bad gonna happen to you, if you eat it, like if you know something bad gonna happen to you and then you eat it, then it's most likely gonna come true. But there's been plenty of cases when people, whether they Christian or whether they follow the Messiah, whether they in a religion or not, you know what I'm saying, if they just eat it and then and nothing be wrong with them. You know what I'm saying? You have to look. You gotta figure out who you gonna follow. You gonna believe in the testimonies. You gonna believe in the Messiah. You gonna believe in the voice. That's the same voice. You gonna believe in Peter, or you gonna reject him, or you gonna reject those things like Peter did and become carnal, like this sister is. You can't be carnal. These folks follow the law, statutes, and commandments according to, they follow the teachings of Moses. Moses is their head, unfortunately. Despite all the videos that they put out and all this stuff, these documentaries, their head is Moses. They listen to the Messiah, but are they truly following the Messiah? You know what I'm saying? Do not worry about what you eat, what you drink, and what you wear. The Most High is going to provide for you. You know what I'm saying? Worrying about your fringes and all this stuff. Look, in according to the scriptures, you're gonna be given white, you're gonna get white clothing and you know what I'm saying, a new language and a new name. You're gonna get a new name. So your name probably ain't gonna be Billy Bob no more. Your name gonna be something else. Man, y'all worry too much, man. Cause y'all following cause y'all taking Moses wrongly. Y'all using Moses in the wrong way, which is like another form of idolatry. Y'all too carnal. Y'all too carnal.
Why then are people getting brain worms, high blood pressure, and all kinds of diseases from eating food that the Most High told us not to eat?
See that the Most High told us not to eat. When did the Most High say not to eat that? In the law of Moses. But was that so with Peter and his vision? No. You see that? You stuck at Sinai. If you stuck at Sinai, you most likely gonna die at Sinai if you repent just like who did? Paul. Like Paul repented. And just like, Peter had to repent eventually. Why you think Paul had to go to Peter and correct Peter? It's in the book of Acts. Come on, man. Saying that Peter was a hypocrite. He confronted him. You know what I'm saying? Peter was once he once had the head of Moses, but he crossed over and ended up having the head of the Mashiach instead. So you won't be carnal no more. You know what I'm saying? We are blessed people, not cursed people. Your ancestors were cursed people. They didn't follow the Mashiach. That's what happened. Shalom though. Shalom, shalom, shalom.